What's up, fam? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. And if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, fam, because I post videos every Monday and Friday, and I've actually been holding up to that promise this week, fam. So make sure you subscribe to help a brother out, fam. I really enjoy making the videos where I recommend you guys songs and all of that. That video will be linked up there and down below. But today I want to tell you guys 5 books that I really enjoyed and that you need to read right now, fam. I love reading and I'm really trying to get back into it because reading is a really good thing to do. And yeah, so I figured this would be a fun video to make for you guys and also for me. Maybe it'll inspire me to read, I don't know. But the first book I'm going to start off with is honestly a given, and I'm sure most of you have read it already, but if you have not yet, what are you doing with your life? And it is Harry Potter. Pretty much any of the Harry Potter books. This is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is like the special edition, you know, the Gryffindor edition, because I am a Gryffindor. And yeah, highly recommend all the Harry Potter books. They're really easy to read. I mean, the latter books are really long, but you know, Harry Potter is such a great world and great story, and it teaches you great lessons, and I highly recommend. I will not be saying the author's name though, because you know. The next book that you guys need to read right now is called All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, and this book was actually turned into a movie for Netflix. I highly recommend the book over the movie because the movie kind of just brushed over the very emphasis that this book was. And basically this book takes place in like a small town or whatever, and this one character named Violet, basically she loses her sister and she feels kind of responsible for her death. So she's been feeling like very depressed and kind of just not looking forward to anything. Her story entwines with another character, and his name is called Finch, and basically he's kind of like this troubled teen and he's going through a lot. And you know, they meet up and they're paired together for a group project, and for that project they basically have to find different landmarks around their city in Indiana, and basically it kind of just takes off from there. I'm surprised I really enjoyed this book considering it is like a contemporary romance type of book, and I'm definitely not into those kind of books. But I really enjoyed this book because I think it's very like thought-provoking, and it kind of gave me a new perspective on mental health, and it really taught me a lot about, you know, you don't know what people are dealing with on the inside. So yeah, I actually really do recommend this book, and I also would recommend a box of tissues because, you know, it's a sad one. It's sad throughout, fam, because we're talking a lot about mental health, you know. This next book I have to recommend you guys is actually not this book that I'm going to show you, but I can't find where I have my other book. It's like boxed up somewhere, but it is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is 6 of Crows, and it's from like the follow-up series from the same world. And so yeah, this is the real cover, and I'm sure you guys have been hearing a lot about this book lately because it has recently been turned into a show for Netflix, and it's been, you know, very popular lately, and I'm so happy that it is because this series deserves so much recognition and popularity. Like, the world that this author creates, Leigh Bardugo, is just insane. Shadow and Bone is a fantasy book in this world where people can kind of manipulate different things. So some people can control water, some people can control fire, some people can control your heartbeat, fam. They can heal you. They got some of these people that can do all of that. And basically in this world there is this kind of pit and area of darkness and shadows that is the host of many monsters that no one can cross this land until this girl comes along. Her name is Alina, and she can actually summon light, and this might be pretty useful considering that area is filled of darkness and shadows. So Shadow and Bone kind of follows her story and follows her growing into her power and also learning about this world that she is living in. And yeah, I'm not done watching the show actually because I've been wanting to like spread it out because I don't want it to be over already. But yeah, I highly recommend this book. It is a series, so it is 3 books. All books are incredibly good, and also this series is the follow-up series to that, but the characters from this book are in the TV show, so that's why I showed this book. But yeah, I highly recommend Shadow and Bone. If you want to read a fantasy series, that's the one to read, fam. The next books I do not have physical copies of, unfortunately, but the next book I want to recommend you guys is a horror novel, and I wanted to make sure I touched on the horror thriller type of genre because that's a genre I really enjoy, especially for movies. So if you guys like a lot of thriller, horror, mystery movies, I would highly recommend this book, and it is 10 by Gretchen Mcneil. And yeah, 10 is basically a story of a group, I think, of 10 teenagers that go to this island for, I forget what reason, but basically they all have a secret and they all start dying off, fam. So you have to figure out who's the killer, who's killing these people, what have they done. And yeah, I highly recommend it. I read this book years ago and I really enjoyed it, and it always stuck with me since then. So yeah, 10, add it to your list, fam. And the last book on my list of books you need to read right now is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Chubowski. I'm sure you've heard of this book because it was turned into a movie starring Logan Lerman and my girl Emma Watson, fam. And honestly, that was the initial reason why I read this book, was because I heard Emma Watson was going to be in it. And I actually read this book in 8th grade, fam. And this book is basically just a coming of age story about Charlie, who is growing up in high school, and it's just about his struggles. And it also touches on mental health and kind of different issues that kids face growing up. And yeah, I honestly really enjoyed this book. And in 8th grade, fam, I was shook by this book because, let me just warn you, there was some like explicit stuff in it, and at that age I did not know what they were talking about at all. And so I was shook. But I mean, we're older now and I'm older now, so you know, just some warning, fam. Maybe it's not bad if I read it now, but at that time I was like, whoa, you know, leave me alone. I'm pure. And after you finish reading the book, I highly recommend watching the movie because it is actually one of my favorite movies of all time, fam. So yeah, highly recommend Perks of Being a Wallflower. So yeah, those were all the books I have to recommend for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave me a like and comment down below if you have read any of these books, and also comment down below if you have any recommendations for me, fam, because I really need to get back into reading. And before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, fam, because I post videos every Monday and Friday, so make sure you subscribe to see another video from me on Monday, fam. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys again with another video next time. Shooties, fam.